I'm Laura Graye from Medigraytion, and today I have one of my most favorite mini-grations, and that is on reversing blue light damage to your retina. Before I start, as always, just a quick precursor as to what Medigraytion is. Medigraytion is a form of meditation in which you bring your awareness to your cells, tissues, and organs. So very much like meditation where you bring your awareness to your breath and there are physiological changes that take place. This is deeper, and you bring your awareness, consciousness to your cells, tissues, and organs, and those physiological changes and the benefits of those physiological changes that are created through that form of meditation. So it's an amazing form of meditation really for anyone, regardless of whether you have an acute or chronic condition. But it is really powerful when you are dealing with either an acute or chronic condition because you are bringing awareness to that area, to that dysfunction. And with that greater awareness, you're bringing greater health to it. So, all right, back to blue light and retina damage. So, what research has been finding is blue light, which is on such an increase of use. We've got that blue light in our LED lights that we are using for better environmental effects, and then also the blue light from our computer screens, our phones, everything. We are being hit and inundated by blue light right now. And I don't know that there's a place in the future where we're not going to be, but maybe it'll be like smoking where the Surgeon General comes out and says, you know, it's dangerous to your health. But until then, or until we figure out a way to make use of blue light, but stop the damaging effects, this is what we've got to go on. So, all right, so what research has been showing is that the damage to blue light, which is it's a shorter wavelength than the rest of the spectrum, the light spectrum. And so what happens is the blue light moves through your pupil, and there's an area, this little manufacturing plant right here in the eye. Oh, this is an eye. In case you couldn't tell, that's the pupil, and this is blue light moving through it. And in all of our eyes is this amazing manufacturing plant where vitamin A is turned into retinol. So our eyes actually make our food for our photoreceptors. It's really pretty cool. So the retinol is made in this area in your eye, and then that retinol food is brought in and it is given, it's nourished to your photoreceptors. Your photoreceptors are very specialized neurons that actually transform light, and everything that you see, it transforms that information into your brain. So they are so specialized and amazing, and totally off topic, but there are photoreceptors, special photoreceptors in your pineal gland, which give you also that connection to consciousness and sort of oneness. So that's really cool, but a whole nother mini-gration. So anyway, what research is showing is that blue light is actually damaging retinol. So it's ruining the food source for your photoreceptors. And there is research showing that it's actually also damaging the photoreceptors, but more than being damaged, they're being starved to death. They are not being fed, and so they are dying and depleting. Photoreceptors, they are made of rods and cones, and we have about 150 million rods and about 7 million cones. That's it for our whole life. And so with that, if photoreceptors begin to die, or if the rods and cones begin to die, the photoreceptors begin to die. They are the photoreceptors, and therein lies macular degeneration. So we're seeing an increased rise also on vision problems. So what we're going to do today is, well, I've got to back up just one quick second and just say that how the retinol is damaged is that when the blue light goes in, vitamin A makes retinol by creating it in a certain shape, and the blue light overexcites the retinol. And when the retinol is then brought into the photoreceptors, it's the wrong shape, and there's this surge of calcium, and that surge of calcium is detected and everything just goes bad. It's sort of like this like bomb hits the retinal area, and then this food that's not right for the rods and cones tries to make it into your retina, and it doesn't work. They don't fit, and they set a surge, and sort of apoptosis, which is cell death, begins to happen. Okay, so this is something you can do every night. This is what I do when I turn my computer off, is I just very, very quickly lay down in a reclined just in a reclined form, and close my eyes. And then what you want to do is you just want to move in and know that you have the ability, you have the conscious awareness to actually find the area in your eye where retinol is manufactured. And just slowly bring your presence right into your eye, right into that area, and calm that area. And notice if there's any misshapen retinal forms, any misshapen retinal molecules, and really see. So the amazing thing is that while light is damaging retinal and light is a wavelength, consciousness, so it's not a wavelength as we can measure it, but it is a form of energetics that hasn't yet been found to be understood how it is and how it affects, but it is, you can imagine it as a wavelength as you're using it. And so bring that consciousness right to your retinal area, and just go ahead and calm that area, and see if you can actually take any deformed or misshapen or overexcited retinal and calm it and reshape it to its actually natural form, its healthy form. Once you do that and you've spent some time there, then use sort of an aerial view to go around your retina. And that retina is this tissue that goes all the way around your eyeball. And in that's where the photoreceptors are. And just do an aerial view, looking for any area in your retina that has damaged photoreceptors. So it's, again, looking sort of if you were flying over war-torn lands and looking for areas that have divots or where you can see the photoreceptors. And just know, just have faith that what you are feeling and sensing and seeing is there and is true. And then when you find those areas of dysfunction, or where you find photoreceptors that are in fact actually damaged or dying, just go ahead and bring the highest intelligence, just this really, really high vibration of healing energy, and really cover that area and see if you can, through that awareness, start to see the strengthening of the photoreceptors. I think for me, if I find photoreceptors that are dead, I sort of just kind of leave them there. And then I work on the photoreceptors that are just weak, and I try to re-nourish them. So that is really it. 2 steps: moving in and calming and refiguring your retinal molecules, and then moving into your retina and checking out the damage and any photoreceptors that are just hanging out there with sort of blown up limbs, but they're still alive, nursing them back to health. So you can also visit Medigraytion.com. We have in the sleep series, there is the full Medigraytion, bringing you through the process of reversing blue light damage. It's a really great Medigraytion on the website. And check out more of the YouTube channel with a bunch of free mini-grations. These are just step-by-step process. If you are an avid Medigrator, these are really set up for you to be able to do on your own now that you know how to do Medigraytion. And that's it.